have some minutes here from February 10th. Everybody read them? I'd like to make a motion to accept them.
Wasn't there a bill?
Before we have discussion, let's get the motion
sorry.
on the table.
No.
Second.
Okay, now let's have discussion. Okay, Dakota, now you're good.
No, I didn't see it. It wasn't in line with the others. It's right here.
Under the annual report was received, but we also submitted it to Chris, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that really should be on here probably, that we submitted it to Chris. And I guess I don't remember
I don't either.
what we talked about on Taylor Street at the last meeting.
What was that discussion?
No, that shouldn't be there.
We didn't,
There is that particular address. The property card needs
See,
to be
that's why
changed.
he's here. I love this guy.
The property card needs to be addressed because the church, the old building used for the church, is actually on the neighbor's parcel. That was subdivided 3 ways. This was the old church.
oh, I understand that.
So they subdivided the house and the church, and then 2
The
more
house and
lots.
the church are on the same property card.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. They're on the 2-acre property card.
That was changed.
Because they're selling them as one parcel.
They're selling them as one, but our cards are incorrect.
Oh, well, they submit, if you look at the survey was 2 acres.
Oh no, I'm aware of what happened,
Okay.
but our end is not correct.
Oh, okay.
The property card needs to be changed.
But it's a mistake on our part.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. The building lot the first building lot to the left is being charged taxes for that building.
No, that's not right.
Right. But it wasn't about the last meeting.
No. So that piece of property is back up for sale?
The houses.
The house with the church.
Right. And
It's changed hands twice in the last couple of years.
has the house been upgraded?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Fully.
I haven't been in
Really?
it, but I've seen pictures of it.
They've done a lot of work.
Yes.
It was a gorgeous house.
Yeah.
It needed work,
Right.
but
Beautiful building.
Oh
I
my
mean, you
God,
could
yeah.
use. You could turn that into anything.
dare I ask what they're asking for it now?
$599 left.
Stop it.
That's why it's still
That's
there.
what I.
Oh my God.
It's nice, but
Oh.
it's not that nice.
Well, I had a guy at work that was interested in it back when it was just coming on the market, and he never got a shot at it.
I think it's $599.
I'll have to tell him. And he could have done some good work with that.
Okay. Were these other things also on the agenda?
The cost of living was not,
I didn't think so either.
but everything else is correct. I
Okay.
don't know how they came by.
The COC.
Well, that was not.
Did
None
we-
of these are.
That wasn't on the.
No.
We didn't talk about that.
Nope.
Okay, that comes
The
off.
60 building permits and the certificate of occupancy was correct.
Okay.
All right,
So with
I
the
will amend those.
okay, so with the adjustments or amendments, are we prepared to vote to accept the minutes with these two? Actually, there's 3
Yes, call the
adjustments up here and then
Yep.
down here
Yep.
with 3.
We
All those in
reviewed.
favor?
We reviewed the budget, or was that?
Yes. That's the annual budget,
We
the
did.
monthly budget.
Yeah, we did review it. We
For
talked
this
about
month.
For,
for the month of February.
yeah, the February budget was,
Doesn't that come out next month?
Yeah.
yes. But it also, it was a
So
mislabel.
Okay. We thought it was February, but it was January.
It's really January.
I'm gonna put January.
It's really through January 31st.
Okay.
Okay, so with those 3 modifications, we ready to accept the minutes?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I will update. Sam,
I
you
do
got my
have-
good side?
While you're doing that,
And do we need to approve the minutes of the executive session?
Do we have minutes of it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. Do I hear a motion to accept these minutes for the executive session?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye. Thank you. Thank you, Greg. I didn't catch that.
When we're on minutes, there's a couple of things. An amendment, I'd like to make an amendment to the old, for the 18th, this was last month. Just to change this, it was that I cited that we need a more efficient printer, but we voted to purchase one.
Right.
As well.
What did the minutes?
Just that I cited it,
No, okay.
so just add it.
I can add it, there's no need to add it.
Well, just so the
If
vote.
one of my board members says we need a new printer, I'm inclined to go with them.
Well, that would be my thought, but since
Yeah.
we did a vote, it should be recorded.
What if we put that in tonight's minutes, that we've done that, modified it, since that goes back?
No, I'll modify it. and
You'll go back there?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're also missing a couple minutes. I went through the book on 3 meetings.
Be careful, modify.
You can have this.
Not until I update it. You hold on to that, make sure I do it.
I will. Was that a challenge?
I know me. Go ahead. Minutes. Or-
12/6, 12/15, and 1/3.
1-3, we did not meet.
It was never canceled.
Right, we did not meet.
The 2 of you did.
Yeah.
And stuff was
It was
signed.
officially canceled through the clerk, through a real cluster.
I realize that, but it was never officially canceled.
um,
I verified that,
with,
the clerk.
okay.
Um,
So
I
she
did- I
brought it
have
to your
these.
attention?
No, I went through the book to see what minutes were missing, because I know we were missing minutes.
Right,
So I have 3 meetings here, just for you,
right.
or postings rather, that we need minutes for.
Postings that don't have minutes. Or I'll come back and we will vote that there are no minutes for those meetings, which is probably the most appropriate thing to do.
Yeah, just seeing it's a posted meeting,
Yep.
Do you have
Meeting
them-
minutes.
Would you have the minutes anywhere else, Greg, you know, on your computer or something?
meeting minutes have to be done typically within 3 meetings or 30 days, I'd like, but
Or we get punished. I'm not sure what the punishment is.
no eggs.
Oh, wet noodle.
Thank you.
Did you have any of that on your computer?
I will check.
Okay. All right, so we're using the posting as our agenda, is that correct?
Yes.
61A. Michelle. Why am I looking at this?
No, this is just I wanted to go over that back in there. The letter just updating our letter sent out for this stuff.
Oh. So this is gonna be mailed to them?
No. That's for your review of the actual context of the chapter. Then you'll see there's 2 other towns examples. And then I put at the end an example that we can either edit or go along with. That's the version that
Came up with this here?
that
This
was,
is the newest version.
yeah, with the packet and everything there. It's under
So
that.
this will be mailed out to the homeowner, or the owner of 61A.
Correct. No. Subsection 61A is for real estate abatements. If you put a real estate abatement in and you don't, and there's no information, we have the right to request more information. So the letter we have now is scanned out of a book somewhere, and not as detailed as this. So I brought this to the board probably last time as a
As an
brief
example.
brief overview, because I couldn't find ours in the office. We have 3, the reason I bring this to the board is we have 3 real estate abatements that need this sent out to them. And to do at their mercy with, it's up to them totally. But what I did is I did an example, the actual context of 61A, the section, and then 2 other towns of what they use. Keep going in here.
So where are we going here?
No, what I did is I brought forward the 3 things based on looking to edit or approve this for our use. So we can send these letters out and get going on the real estate abatement.
Do we really want, because this changes, do we just want, I'm just asking a question, do we just want Board of Assessors here? Or maybe we want names, but we don't want positions because they literally change every year?
Well, this is a Word doc.
Okay. Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
So
that's totally up to, that's why I'm bringing it to
that's
the
why
three.
I'm making the comment.
Yeah. It's totally up to you.
I understand.
I mean,
So we have 3 61A applications that are waiting on action?
So real estate abatement. They put a real estate abatement in.
Right.
Us as assessors can request more information. Chapter 59, Section 61A allows us to send the information out to request information from the taxpayer. This letter would go out to them requesting more information prior to our site visit with them. Or they can give it to us that day, whatever they prefer.
Right.
And any other information pertaining to.
Generally having to do with income
This is
received
a
from
bigger
the
version of
property.
this.
This has to do with income and expenses of properties.
It's 2 different things. If you have an income property or a regular
Right.
residential.
Right.
Either one is applicable for more information.
61A has to do with typically farmland.
Chapter 61A.
Chapter 61A.
61A, Chapter 59, Section
Section 61A,
is for real estate abatements.
income and rents received. Abatement relates including but not limited to income and rents received
Right.
and the expenses of maintaining such property.
Where does this whole paragraph come from?
This was from Missy.
But it's not in here. It's above and beyond what's being said here. It's not even mentioned here. I think it's irrelevant.
Well, that refers to, this is, see, it's sent out to income properties and residential.
So they send out one form to both types of property.
That's why it's in front of us, so we can discuss this.
Right.
I think this is irrelevant to residential.
I agree. I don't think they have 2 letters. I think South Hadley only sends 1.
Okay.
So what I did, instead of going back and forth, I compiled stuff together from a bunch of different towns in this, so it complies.
I understand.
Now, this letter we don't need to send. If we can edit this letter, this is just
Right.
a base to start somewhere.
Right.
And all I did was edit it to our version in the town of Granby.
Right.
Well, going to personal property owners, single people that own their own home and live in it, this paragraph is irrelevant. I don't think it should be in there. Doesn't matter whether they have a mortgage or not. And actually, I don't think appraisal is relevant, because appraisals can be above or beyond. We're basing our value on sales, not appraisals.
I realize that, but
Okay.
if the taxpayer sees fit to use that as application, for us, we have to take it.
But
We may not use it.
when people have given us appraisals in the past,
I agree with you.
we
I see
basically-
where you're coming from.
we basically haven't used them
Right. And I wouldn't either. That was my first thought from the get-go.
because we based it upon
That's
what
one
sale.
person's
Right.
opinion, really.
Right. So therefore, I don't think we should have that in there. It's certainly not in the language here. It's added.
Right.
And the same would be true of a business property. The appraisal is someone, it's a good start of somebody's opinion. But we're basing the assessed value on comparable sales.
Well, so does an appraiser when they go visit a property.
So I think it's irrelevant.
I'm just saying they can.
If they have an appraisal.
Right.
They can certainly.
So like one of these that we did get has an appraisal recently.
Right,
That appraisal's done based on market sales, but depending on the year.
I understand. But if they had the appraisal done last week, it's going to be based upon sales that have taken place in the last 6 months. And for assessed value, we're not even considering any sales in the last 6 months. So it makes it somewhat irrelevant.
Melissa, did you read this?
Michelle.
Michelle, excuse me. What did I say?
Melissa.
Oh. Missy. Michelle, have you looked at this?
I have not.
Well, I like it,
Well,
except for that one paragraph.
I've seen it.
Yeah, except for that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th paragraph. We should, I think, in the
Can you give me that blue folder?
cover letter, it's worth mentioning that they can submit an appraisal or any other information, but make sure that we state that we may not consider it.
What they're
I
going to
mean,
do,
is that opening a can
what
of
they're going to
worms?
do is just print out the Zillow.
Well, just so Michelle doesn't have to keep explaining it to people. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, so realistically, I mean, you can give us whatever information you want. We have to
Right,
accept
but it doesn't say that here.
No, on the following pages, it goes through everything, the
Yeah.
instructions.
Right. It doesn't say that you can give us,
Well, if you go through the instructions on everything else, there is purchase information on the back
right,
of the third page.
yeah. Somehow or another, if we should, I don't want people going through the expense of getting an appraisal
Oh, no, I agree. I don't, I mean. especially when we're
without
not
getting
doing-
warned by us that we may not consider it important or value.
I think we should specifically state
Just get rid of the paragraph.
that the assessed value is going to be based upon previous sales during a 2-year time frame. And then you get rid of that whole paragraph. And you're positively saying what it's about. And if they want to add other stuff, that's fine.
Well, so on our how to file, the packet's a little out of order, however, the how-to is on the back 2 pages.
Okay,
I just stapled these together.
no,
for our
that's
meeting.
fine. I like it.
Together.
I thought it was appropriate for those to be in the back.
Right. I guess, I mean, if you don't have instructions, how do you fill out the front? I mean,
Right, but in summary, now you want to do it,
right,
let's go to town.
right.
All right, so maybe page 3 should, 2 and 3, or 3 and 4 should be in the back. No? All right,
Just put the instructions before the application.
yeah. I'm getting radical. Sam, you're catching all this, right?
Yeah.
Because there's gonna be a test. Is Missy working in her office yet?
I don't know if she's working remotely or not. On the back page, there is information about submitting an appraisal. The back 2 pages have not been altered. Those are directly from our website and what we've been giving out from the get-go.
This is on our
There
website?
goes the lizard, right?
This how-to, I printed out from the Granby website. Nothing was changed on this.
Okay.
So why are we discussing this?
Because he
So we
wants to
can-
standardize the
Because we're
package.
gonna standardize a packet so we can
Okay.
send this out. I compiled stuff together so we can vote on it and use it.
Right, we need to change the
So we're
5th
getting rid
paragraph,
of
and
deleting the paragraph.
take a look at that order of paperwork. And see if you agree.
Right, and then the application, yeah.
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 Then, changing that paragraph, I think,
Right.
then it's perfect. Would you like to scan this? I just
The same thing you have.
finished with I changed the order of the material.
Is this paragraph coming out?
Yes.
We're deleting paragraph number 5.
On page 2, section C, number 3, I would like to change, I think we should change the wording in that sentence. I think properties comparable to similarity makes, by that we're talking about ranch, colonial, capes, is more important than proximity. Because proximity does not necessarily, but that's what we always compare it as, ranches to ranches and colonials to colonials. Capes to capes.
Remove proximity.
Are we adding something in its place or just?
No, we're changing it.
To? We're just getting rid of the word.
Comparable to your property in similarity, or style is actually the correct word on the.
Style and similarity.
Right.
Done.
Has this been modified since the last meeting?
No, you just pulled that off the website, correct?
No.
That has been modified
He
to our,
pulled this off the website.
Oh,
This is something he created.
this is something that I received from another town. And I went through this and matched it up with this, and there's nothing that is different from here.
This is just a suggestion that we not have the physical year here. We should have the physical year with a blank, so we don't need
Fill
to
in?
keep, so we don't need to keep changing it. And we
Yeah.
can write in the year when we're doing it.
Okay. This is just a bigger version of this. So
I understand.
I didn't know.
I guess I don't understand why these are underlined, and
well, it's important.
I understand that, but I think it could be one or the other.
Well, South Hadley has it in red. So,
Right. I like it underlined in bold.
I mean, there's certain things you want to point out because how many people are actually going to read this?
Right.
That's my thought.
599.
I guess the
Huh?
second building's really wet.
Oh, is it really?
It smells musty.
Oh, okay. That's odd.
They ripped up the septic system.
So-
Left it all winter.
It's on ledge. And something's making it hold water.
It must be, yeah.
Right, that's weird.
Since this is a, I'm gonna use the word significant change or different from what we've been doing, and I think we need to consider it more thoroughly than just one meeting.
That's fine.
So I think we should table this
Okay,
and read it more carefully.
Dakota, you come back with the updates
And
we
then
discussed so
Yeah,
far?
the problem is we need to send these out with 90 days from application.
We don't need to use these this year.
I realize that, but there's nothing different than the Mass General Law.
It is different. Some of the terminology is different.
Could you point something out to me that I'm missing?
So I'm uncomfortable sending this out is what I'm saying.
That's fine, and we can table it. My question is what's different than this? I mean, I read this 3 times.
All right, we'll discuss this at the next meeting.
Right, I have not read it 3 times.
All right, we'll table it till
So there's
the
not
next
any
meeting.
differences. Did you get this in the email?
Did I get what?
The stuff I sent over to your email?
Is it email? No,
I scanned all this to you.
I didn't get any of this stuff. I didn't get an agenda.
I didn't post an agenda.
Last time an agenda was done, it wasn't to the liking of the board, so.
I mean, if this had come, as, you know, 2 or 3 days ago, I'd have read it before the meeting, but I didn't get any of this stuff.
All right,
So we'll table that till next time.
table till next meeting. I think tonight we have to decide when those meetings are.
Right.
Bills payable.
I believe there are none.
Sweet! We're operating off of, what, like $600 worth of envelopes last meeting? That's a lot of envelopes.
No, it's because of the postage.
Oh, all right. So, we have no bills payable. We have warrants. We must have warrants.
We have warrants. Where do you want to start?
What do you got in the fee folder?
In the what?
That's not warrants.
No.
All right, let's just deal with the warrants. Bills payable and warrants, so that's what we'll deal with first. We have no bills payable, we got warrants for motor vehicle and trailer abatements, excise abatements.
Did they end up coming through?
That's correct, I just have to do the collector's one, but I can't do it without that.
Okay, fair enough.
Looks like there's just one good.
Nobody can afford vehicles anymore. Not with all the parts.
We've got a shortage of cars and we got 4,000 burning out in the ocean.
Yeah, that's pretty special. One of them belongs to Dakota.
Yeah.
Porsches, Lamborghinis, Bentleys,
Imagine that.
going to Connecticut.
Were they?
Somewhere in Connecticut is where they were going.
This is the list we should have signed first, but.
Two 2222.
So where were you at 2:22 this afternoon?
begging to get out of work.
I was gonna count that for you. Add an extra one.
Okay. Don't know when we're gonna have a baseball season. Michelle, you're obviously worried about that, right?
Well, look at her.
I mean, I know you watched NASCAR Sunday to see if the rookie would win it. You really didn't watch it? You know Penske's team won it, though. You had to know that. On the 85th birthday of the owner of the team. So now if anybody walks through that door and asks you about that, you'll know.
Yeah, happy birthday to him.
Now that's pretty useless information. To explore useless information, we could ask what the Major League Baseball and the Players Union are fighting over. Bill usually goes down for spring training.
I did once.
I've never been down.
It was fun.
He came back one year and said, I think that Pedroia kid's got something. And I said, no way, he's too short. Way too short.
Was this because it was a trade-in? This one here?
Greg, I just that's for you.
They sold it the month it was issued.
Okay.
Really? Why was that originally dated 10/20 last year?
Because it was on October's list, but something got messed up in
Okay.
the access.
So that wasn't Michelle's fault.
No, it was ours. By us, I mean me. And by me, I mean all of us.
10/20. 10/20. I think it's fair to say we can't, if it's on your shoulders, then it's gonna slide right off, real quick.
If it's mine, it's all of us. There you are. We have one denial.
Because,
I'm sure it'll tell you there.
What didn't they provide? The denial.
It wasn't, I don't think it was what they provided. I don't remember.
They didn't fill out reason to be
Oh, hold on.
sought.
Maybe, no, it's they didn't get rid of the car till December, so they already had it for the whole year.
There you go.
They didn't get rid of it till December.
Oh, okay.
And we don't give partial months.
One denial.
Next on the agenda is building permits and cyclical visit updates. Is there any reason why we need to go over this?
There's that.
It's just posted on our agenda.
It was just on there. Are we going
In
to
case.
start,
Right.
are we going to start scheduling those or doing them?
I think we'll have to try and make that decision at our next meeting, only because we got a snowstorm coming in on Friday.
I mean, yeah, as soon as weather is halfway decent, the building permits come first, obviously.
Yeah,
And then, providing the Board of Health allows us to do cyclical inspections,
right.
then we can start doing
Right.
that.
I don't
We don't need them on the next.
Excuse me?
We don't need these on the next agenda.
Yeah, I would, yes, I would
We'll
keep.
just keep them
I
on
would
the
keep
agenda
them on.
to discuss.
I would keep them on. I mean, it may be
I
the
have
same.
no idea what the Board of Health is gonna come up with.
This past summer, they actually allowed us to do cyclical inspections, but it only lasted like 2 months or 2.5
Yeah.
months.
Yeah,
And who knows when they're gonna allow that again.
right. I keep asking, I have to deal with our testing center up at Amherst twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays, to make sure that they're all set. And like this, basically this morning I come in, I'm looking for some good news. And the woman in charge said, then don't look here. Because we're spiking up in Amherst, ridiculous.
Really, you're going up?
Yeah, 25 kids over the weekend.
Because of the vacation?
They don't have vacation.
You guys are in session, right?
Yeah. 25 kids, that's a lot for 1,800 student body.
Were you dropping before?
Yeah, definitely.
Was there a party?
What, we passed a rule that as long as you're indoor, a student indoors does not have to wear a mask. That's the only change from 2 months ago.
But they also are allowing spectators at indoor sporting events now. You
And
gotta
maybe
wear,
that's-
you
yeah.
gotta wear an N95 mask and you
Yeah.
gotta show proof of a vaccination.
Did you go to the girls' game?
I went to the girls' game on Sunday.
And they're going down to Hartford.
I know, this weekend.
You going to Hartford?
Probably not. My friend who I go.
That
with-
wasn't even a game, for God's sake, excuse me, 60 to 30 something. Ouch.
He doesn't think he can make it, so
Right.
we tend to go together.
Right.
He's a retired employee from Amherst College,
What's his name?
Paul Sorrentino.
Okay, yep.
He was a
That's right, duh.
He was a Protestant
Tell
chaplain.
him I said hi.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will.
He knows me real well.
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
Yes, he does.
I like him. There's not a lot of people up there I like.
But he and
Or
I,
that like me, coincidentally.
he and I tend to go to those
Good
games.
thought.
Could have said that a little quicker. I like Paul. Say
I
it,
thought
tell him I
about
said
it-
hi.
I thought about it first before I even said it.
Sure.
Should
All
I
right,
proceed or not?
so that covers cyclical inspections and building permits.
Do we have any correspondence?
We were hoping to, typically the Board of Health comes out with a new guideline every Tuesday, right?
Well,
I
I think
didn't
they're
know it
meeting,
was every Tuesday,
I think
but
they're meeting the
sporadically.
15th
The 15th?
of March,
Okay.
after vacation to
Oh, okay.
assess stuff.
See, you know stuff.
We want to.
Correspondence?
We want to set meeting dates for next month, even though it's not on here.
Right. We have no correspondence. Nobody sending us mail?
That's a good
Okay,
thing.
good.
That's good.
And I don't believe we have to go into executive session.
Well, I think
Okay,
we should, I
thank
think
you.
we should to talk about the the abatements and see where we're at with it.
Yeah,
All right.
we have a couple of stuff to go to.
Let's,
But I don't want Sam to just be able to go
Yeah.
home.
March 7 and
Teresa, you see
21.
right behind you.
Is that the first and third, is that okay with everybody? March 7th and 21?
What's on the 21st?
What's written underneath that, Michelle? Or Sam?
Benito Juarez's birthday.
Oh, yeah, I can't do
We
that.
can't have a meeting.
I can't, I mean, you're not even gonna get Sam here. Now, that's one of his favorite holidays.
For which is this?
It's go ahead, say it again.
Benito Juarez's birthday.
There's
Benito
no holidays in
Juarez.
March.
Remember them?
The founder of Spanish occupation of Mexico. That's, all right, 7 and the 21st at 6 o'clock?
It's fine with me.
Michelle, 6 o'clock's working well, okay?
Yes.
If you bring her dinner from now on.
Well, I made sure she ate.
Now that- I know that's not an ideal time for you, but it's acceptable, the 6 PM?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing I can do about it.
Okay.
And the 21st?
7th and the 21st at 6 p.m. I should be done partying by 6 p.m. on the 21st.
I think so. Maybe you're gonna not make it.
All right,
It's a very vibrant blue.
we're going to adjourn the meeting at 6:43 for the regular session.